Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? My headphones always fucking up. Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. All right, good, 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 good. Who in the chat? Shadow, Max, Seven, Doug. What's up? King James Mayo, peace and welcome. Make sure y'all hitting that like button as y'all come in. And Seven, we still waiting on that date, Naga.
Stop doing that. Put your fucking shoes on.
um, that this interview is 2 hours long, so I only recorded two 30-minute clips, but I recorded the most important parts. I think I got another half-hour clip, but it's too big. He said, he said that's a good response. I can't even be mad at that. I can't even be mad at that response. I can't even be mad at that, bro. Seven, you funny as shit. I know you was over in Jersey. That nigga said shit. I'm still waiting on the job. Jersey hates me. My bad's a little noisy right now. The kids is about to leave. But just make sure y'all hitting that like button as y'all come in. Wipe your feet off when you walk on my carpet. I know I was just fucking with you, bro. But ooh, this massage chair is crazy. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, we're gonna review this Queen's Flip interview. I only got two of the clips up. They long enough though. Two 20-minute clips. Hold on, y'all. Let me let them leave. Yeah, I'm going on mute until they leave because the baby crying. Just give me a second. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I'm gonna wait until they leave to start the show. But I never really watched this whole entire matter of fact, to be honest with you, I never watched the interview until today. This is my first time watching it. I only seen the clips. I only seen the clips of it and the highlights. So when I watched it, I always like the parts that I did watch all the way through. I don't know how people didn't catch this shit from the very beginning. He shouldn't even gotten this far. For real, for real. He should have never got this far. All right, let's get started.
Relax, slow down, my
It's
nigga. Slow
real,
down,
man.
nigga.
Every
Slow
time
down.
somebody talk to you about this type of topics, you get this passionate about it.
You coming with a lot of energy, my
You gotta
nigga.
understand
This is a
something.
long time ago. I mean, I know it's still.
You gotta understand something.
Mr. Switchy,
You see the
what's
picture
up?
with Ron Savage? Everybody busts out laughing with him crying. There's been times where I did interviews where they had to clean. You know, when you go back to what the fuck you've been through.
Mm-hmm.
See, here's the thing. We living in a time now.
He said there's been times where he had to clean his eyes in his interviews. Now, can you tell me one fucking interview where Hassan Campbell was crying? The nigga laughed and giggled and smiled through every fucking interview.
In a time now where you see dudes raping dudes part of gang initiations.
Wow.
I come from an era. I come from an era. Now it's there.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What gang is taking niggas' cheeks for a gang initiation? Did somebody explain that to me? What gang is doing that?
It's there. The proof is there. I come from an era.
Shadow, what's
I
up?
come from an era, but it's real though. And if you don't raise your children to be aware of what's going on, then either them or their children go fall victim. See, here's
Whoa. Slow down, Pop. Slow down with that, man.
Listen to
Don't
what I'm
point
saying
it to my direction, nigga. Talk about somebody else. Please.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Talk about the hypothetical.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Come on, Pop.
1 out of 3 children.
Damn.
1 out of 3 children is molested. So now,
1 out of 3 children is molested. Can anybody confirm if those stats are true? Because I never heard that before. This nigga be lying his ass off.
1 out of 3 females in your family got touched and they ain't tell.
Oh, man. Pop, come on.
The stats don't lie. We can't
Where did you get these stats from?
understand something.
Nobody would imagine their family get raped. Can we talk about you, please, bro?
But we talking about what's real, and the reality of it is we gonna stick to me. But this is the reality.
Why are you trying to reverse it on me, nigga?
I'm not. I'm just
I don't want to
using
think
you.
about my family getting raped.
I'm just using you.
Don't use me, nigga. Use somebody
Listen,
else.
on some real shit.
He gonna laugh.
Listen, on some real shit.
Oh yeah, y'all. Quad Brown jumped in my comments under the Golden Beauty video from last night. He talking about I'm glad she showed her other side. See, this is what he said exactly what we said he was gonna say. But he said Golden had me shook. I'm like, had me shook. When? Where? How? I'm like, Quad, you known for yucking. YP. Nobody take you serious, not even YP. You mad because I got YP shook. That nigga been scared to rumble me for 2 years now. But let's get back to this.
You know why I'm laughing? I'm gonna tell you why I'm laughing. You know what I mean? Because you want to crack jokes, right?
Watch
We're gonna
what
get
he
to some
calls
jokes
this
in a
nigga.
minute, though.
Oh, man.
You know who you look like? I'm gonna tell you at the end of this. Right?
Oh,
Let's go.
what the fuck? I had no jokes, man.
Hold on. I mean, listen. I don't think it's a bad thing. Let's break it up a little bit with a few jokes. You got something? Let's see what he got.
Nah. Because I know he gonna go in. You know what I mean?
No, he actually want to be serious. He called me this morning and said, "Yo, today we gonna be serious."
That's what I told Pop.
But if he got some jokes,
Nah.
let's
You
see.
know what?
I'll
I'm gonna let
blame
him.
you.
Yo, I'm gonna
I'll
let
blame
him.
you, Pop.
I'm gonna let him get some of his jokes off. You see what I'm saying? But the one thing I don't want to do is like I said, like for one, you don't make fun of people that like you don't certain things we just know not to say. We don't even have to say it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Facts.
But at the same time,
Now I want y'all to keep this in mind. He said, you don't make fun of people who was molested. And watch what he calls Queen's Flip.
same time, you do look like a baby Bambata though.
Oh.
Where they do that at? He called this nigga a baby bambata. Right after saying you don't make fun of molestation. And then turns around and call Queen's Flip a baby bambata. But Queens is about to cook the shit out of him. Watch what he call Hassan.
Come on, pull this bitch up.
Hey yo,
Google Bambata right now.
You like
Google Bambata
you like
right
that?
now.
You like the word from Men in Black, nigga? Fuck you talk about, nigga?
Hey, he look like the worm from Men in Black. Hey, you know the worms in the office that be drinking coffee and smoking, but got cartons of cigarettes. He said he looked like one of the worms from Men in Black. Okay, these are me plaza.
Oh, you old word face ass nigga. I don't want to do this.
All right. Why not? Listen, no, we do a quick intermission and we get back to the real. You know what I'm saying? It's only right.
Because you can't take this type of stuff. I mean, hearing this stuff, I can't. Now I see how you feel. I can't.
Yeah,
So he tell me, picture he looking at me, and you know how serious, the passion.
Yeah.
He like that worm. That nigga ugly. Nah, but he looking at the pat like pictures. He talking like this. I'm like, I don't want to picture those.
You had that joke ready for earlier, right?
I had this shit on ready on job.
I know he did.
Get behind the scenes, nigga. Get behind the scenes,
That joke
nigga.
ready.
Nah,
He sound like a young Bambaataa, nigga. Violate. I see he like the fucking the little word from Men in Black, nigga. The ugly little shit. You know the little short shit that walked in the office. You know what I'm talking about? The little shit in the office.
Oh,
He
man.
started. I don't want no jokes. Like we being serious.
That nigga got me turning purple right now.
Hold on. So Pop, all right, let's talk about it now.
You got you turning purple. He does look like him. Hey, but these are a twaga. Ah.
Now, Pop, you was on the 14th floor. Not the 14th floor. You said what was the building? 1465. What was the building?
1455.
14. That was the building.
Yeah.
What floor you lived on?
I lived on the 8th floor and I lived on the 12th floor.
Facts. There you go. Facts. Ugly ass nigga, man. Get out of here,
But
man.
I see you ain't pull up Bam though, right?
No, so you lived on the 12th floor and the 13th.
8th floor and the 12th floor.
The 12th. You lived with your moms only. It was
Yeah.
you and your moms.
My brothers and sisters.
Okay, how many siblings you have?
Well, 6 by my mother, and then the ones from my father. So
So did you know your father?
yeah, I knew my father.
But he just didn't live with y'all.
Nah.
Or did he leave or he?
Yeah, he was gone.
Okay.
He was a dope fiend.
When did you get to know him?
I knew him my whole life.
So you always knew. Wait, did
He wasn't there. It's just that simple. He wasn't there. He was
Nigga,
a
I
dope
like
fiend.
details, nigga. Damn, why you gonna get mad at me? I know you want to
That
say.
nigga was a dope fiend.
But when you saw him, man, when you went to school, when did you
Nah,
see
you know
him?
what? What it was is that my grandmother.
And I want y'all to notice this. The whole Nequa, what's up, sis? I want y'all to notice this. The whole entire time, Queens Flip and them keep complaining about details. Kev, what's up, good brother? Quaz, what's up? The whole entire time, Queens Flip and his homie keep saying, yo, you don't give no details. Like you're not giving no explanations. You're not giving any no real details. They keep telling him that. And y'all know what the fuck I just realized? I didn't work the whole entire fucking week. I don't know how the fuck I'm getting to work. Dude. I have no clue.
Then so
His mother.
his mother stepped in.
I've been home sick with this fucking stomach virus. I have no clue how the fuck I'm getting there.
Stepped in. You know what I mean? So I spent a lot of time with her, and I would, whenever he was over there, that's when I would run into him.
Did y'all talk or you didn't even talk? You didn't fuck with him at all.
Nah, you know what? My father was like, even though he was a dope fiend, he was like Superman to me. But he used to just, come along and get high and go about his business. And my mother would get into an argument because you high, you a dope fiend. She didn't want me around my father in that state.
So tell us about an average day with Poppy growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like what was you into? Were you sports or was you talk to us?
I mean,
Nah, his stories ain't fake. He stole the stories from other people. As a matter of fact, let me upload that back real quick. Matter of fact, in my last live stream, I just played it earlier today. He stole most of his story from other people. He stole the thigh part from D Stinger. He stole the piston part from hold on a second, y'all. Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. People chant, "What's up?" But he stole the thigh-in part from Bee Stinger. He took a scene from Different Strokes, and the part where Bambaataa come into the bathroom while he's peeing. He stole that from another Bambaataa victim. That's why he never has any details in his story.
Growing up, I was a good kid, I would say. But what people don't understand is before Bambaataa came along, I was already being molested. So
wow.
in that situation, it made it easier to break down the boundaries for him to come along. I was already being molested. He wasn't the first one that molested me. He was just the one that was supposed to be the pastor, the doctor, the counselor.
Right.
He was the heroic figure that nobody, you know what I mean?
So wait, Tom, I'm sorry. When you said you got molested, who were you molested by? Can you share that information?
Well, the first one to molest me was a girl, and I'll never forget because she did some sucker shit. She was molesting me, and like a while, because she molested me for a few years too before Bambaataa came along. So when
What age?
I don't even remember, but she probably started molesting me like around the age of 6 or 7 years old. She
Now
started
molested like just touching you and shit.
No,
Appropriate.
she was like straight rape, like straight. You know what I mean? But she's older than me by what 7 years, 6, 7 years. So anyway, with her, I could remember my situation because like when you go through traumas, a lot of the times your brain might block something out. Like you'll forget a lot of stuff. Me dealing with this, a lot of things came back, but you'll forget a lot of stuff. You just block it out in your brain. So with her, the one thing I never forget was I was with this girl that was my age. And we was behind the curtains playing house.
All right.
And she comes in the house, pulls the curtains, catch us, tells my mother, now I'm getting my ass whipped with an extension cord. And I never could get over it because I'm like, yo, you taught me this. But you gonna tell on me?
So she was mad.
You remember-
She
you
was
remember-
jealous that you was messing with somebody young.
She was trifling. It wasn't that she was jealous. She was trifling because the crazy part about her was she was older than me. She had me by some years.
Right.
So she was sleeping with the men that was her age. She was a
How
whore.
convenient.
You remember her name?
Yeah, I remember her name.
You seen her?
She in jail. I think she robbed somebody in the bank or some shit like that.
Oh, what?
She
She's in jail. What a coinky dink. His excuses are always convenient. Very, very convenient.
she off the meat rack.
So she was the first one.
She was the first one.
What was the second one? What was the second time?
Or that wasn't the second time because it was different people. Like as you go along, it was different people.
Wow.
And then the second one that molested me, that was a dude. But the only reason why I don't put him on blast, even though he's a family member, is because he was still at a younger age. You see what I'm saying? And I don't know or never heard of him ever doing any of this shit again. So when you have a window where somebody might be a few ages older than you or whatever the case, I say, all right, I won't chop your head off because, like I said, I don't know you to be doing what you doing now.
Right.
You know what I mean? But Bam was clearly 20 years older than me. 20 plus years older than me doing what he was doing.
So Bam was like the third person that molested you?
Ain't
You would say?
that mean.
About third or fourth.
It was a
about
girl,
third or fourth.
Then it was a family
It
member.
was about third or fourth. Then it was another a set of sisters that was older than me. I might have been like no exaggeration. I probably was.
Wait. Let me get this straight. You was molested by the first chick. Then you was allegedly molested by your brother. And then you was molested by a set of sisters. Yeah, everybody was just molesting his ass. Everybody. Convenience again, right. Everybody wanted to molest Poppy. Pissy Poppy.
Maybe 8, 9 years old, and they was graduating high school.
Right.
That's how it was like 17, 18. They was graduating high school. So it was like I don't know. It was like
When you say molesting though, it's like touching you?
No, they was actually trying to make me penetrate them, like full sex acts. or whatever the case. So it's like
See, and I want you to notice this. Everybody other than Bambata, he said it was full on rape, just full on rape. But Bambata didn't want to. There was no penetration with Bambata. Now, why would he say that? Because there's no evidence of him being around Bambata as a child. So you was letting that nigga fuck you as a grown man. He thought he was covering his tracks, but all you did was make the lie more visible.
it's like, and then when Bam came along, I was already broken in. Like,
All right. So you went through this. Tell us how you met Bam. How you came across to the Zulu Nation.
well, met Bam. Bam been in my whole life. I'm from Bronx River. He's from Bronx River. So
How
when
you met him, Pop?
how I
man?
met him, he knew me since I was in Pampers.
Oh,
They
so
were-
you know your
He from
family.
Bronx River. Yes, you got to understand something.
See, he knew you since he was in Pampers, but the timelines don't add up. The timelines don't match. They don't add up. Because when he was young, Bam didn't live in Bronx River at that time. People already looked that up and confirmed that Bam didn't even live in Bronx River during that time. Stuck him with the he the leg like Bam didn't live in Bronx River at that time. So that the math ain't mathing.
You got to understand something. Bronx River was a project where everybody damn near was like, we know each other. Like in your building, whatever building you from, you can go in damn near any apartment, use the bathroom, run from the police, whatever the case may be. See, now it's a little bit different because a lot of people are gone, but Bronx River was Bronx River. Bronx River was like a superpower of New York.
So he knew you. He knew your family. He knew you.
Yeah.
But when you was going through all these molest,
How was Bronx River a superpower of New York when apparently everybody was getting molested? That don't sound like a superpower to me. That sounds like a bunch of super freaks. That's what I'm saying. Bambaataa was in Connecticut.
molestations or people touching you, you wasn't in contact with him. You just see him. You wasn't like, y'all spoke. Y'all still was on. Y'all was on talking to her. He'll talk to you.
Like Bam or talk, you got to understand something.
Like he was sitting outside. I saw a video where he was sitting outside and people were
First of all,
walking
you
by
got
talking
to understand something.
Here we go.
The young boys,
No
for
way.
some reason, and I guess we know the reason, was always a magnet. He was always like, it's like when you listen to Lord Sharif, because
But see, there's never no, and he doesn't answer no questions throughout these whole entire joint. You gotta. This is when you know he about to deflect. You gotta understand something. For the most part, see, for me, and then he goes on to a story about somebody else. He never answers no fucking question.
contact with him. You just see him. You wasn't like, y'all spoke. Y'all still was on. Y'all was on talking to her. He'll talk to you.
like Bam or talk, you got to understand something.
Like he was sitting outside. I saw a video where he was sitting outside and people were
First of
walking
all,
by
you
talking to him.
got to understand something. The young boys, for some reason, and I guess we know the reason, was always a magnet. He was always like, it's like when you listen to Lord Sharif, because he's older than me, so he breaks down when they was going to high school how Bam used to go pick the little boys.
See, he goes to someone else's story. He doesn't have a story of his own. He's always pointing out someone else's story. This is how you know the nigga's lying. Every question that they asked him so far, he points out another story or someone else's story.
Junior high school. He always had a fetish for little boys. And from what Pepsi had to say, she tells the story like somebody's supposed to be sympathetic. When Ben was young, around the same age I was or maybe younger, he got raped by two twins. So that's
No, you're not.
her way of saying this is why Bam is doing what he's doing because
Who's Pepsi?
Pepsi is one of the I would say she's from the Black Spades, now Zulu. She's on the Zulu Council. She's one that you seen in the video that was making him step down. So she was pretty much breaking down that how Bam got raped by 2 dudes. And that's what messed him up and have him the way that he is. I do understand sometimes that happen, but the reality of it is, if this is how you living and this is what you're doing in the community, whatever your excuses, you got to be put down. When a dog bite a child, you put him down.
Right.
That's the bottom line to it.
So why didn't you put him down? You see the flip flop there? You got to put him down. He expects everybody to put Bam down, but he won't do it. Why? Because he's still in love with them. You want everybody to handle your dirty work. And that's why you ran to the internet. Because you expected everybody to crucify Bam Bada for you. Because he didn't want you no more.
Contact with him, you just see him. You wasn't like, y'all spoke. Y'all still was on. Y'all was on talking to her. He'll talk to you.
Like Bam or talk. You got to understand something.
Like he was sitting outside. I saw a video where he was sitting outside and people.
First of all, you gotta understand something.
Neil Buggs, peace and welcome.
The young boys, for some reason, and I guess we know the reason, was always a magnet. He was always like, it's like when you listen to Lord Sharif, because he's older than me, so he breaks down when they was going to high school how Bam used to go pick the little boys up from junior high school. He always had a fetish for little boys, and from what Pepsi had to say, she tells the story like somebody's supposed to be sympathetic. When Bam was young, around the same age I was, or maybe younger, he got raped by 2 twins. So that's her way of saying this is why Bam is doing what he's doing, because he got.
Who's Pepsi?
Pepsi is one of the I would say she's from the black spades, now Zulu. She's on the Zulu Council. She's one that you seen in the video that was making him step down. So she was pretty much breaking down that how Bam got raped by 2 dudes, and that's what messed him up and have him the way that he is.
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
I understand sometimes that happen, but the reality of it is, if this is how you living and this is what you're doing in the community, whatever your excuses, you got to be put down.
Wait a minute. But isn't that your excuse for touching kids? You see the hypocrite? You see how he's being a hypocrite? You use Bambada, Danae, peace and welcome. Make sure 48 people in the building. Make sure y'all hitting that like button as y'all come in. And support the Bus Pass channel. Support the Bus Pass fun. So Remy can get to work this week. I was sick all week. This week, so I didn't work last week. So if y'all want to help out with me getting the bus pass to get to work this week, you can hit the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo at the top of the chat. But let me get back to what I was saying. When you talk about touching, when you touched because you was touched, right? Because you was touched. You said because I was touched, I was touching other children, and you expect us to be sympathetic of that, right? But Bambada was actually allegedly raped by 2 men. And you say that we're not supposed to be sympathetic of that. You see how he's a fucking hypocrite?
Bite a child, you put him down.
Right.
That's the bottom line to it.
So you knew Bam. I'm trying to figure out the timeline. Like what I'm trying to figure out is like, all right, you know him. When did you want to join Zulu Nation? You
You gotta understand something. When you dealing with the Zulu Nation, it's like you sitting up there watching UFC or WWF. You got the hood legends. Like we had legends in my hood. So
Nigga, it's a simple question. When did you want to join? He's always going into another. No questions answered. We were 11 minutes into this. No questions answered. Just other people's stories. Or stories that ain't got nothing to do with the question.
the black spades, now Zulu. She's on the Zulu Council. She's one that you seen in the video that was making him step down. So she was pretty much breaking down that how Bam got raped by 2 dudes. And that's what messed him up and have him the way that he is. You know, I do understand sometimes that happen, but the reality of it is, if this is how you living and this is what you're doing in the community, whatever your excuses, you got to be put down.
So, and to according to what you just said about Bambata, that means we need to put you down too, right? That means you need to be put down, right? Because you said because Bambata touched you, and because you were touched, you were touching other kids. You were touching kids, right? So why should we be sympathetic of your situation and not Bambata's? I'm not saying I'm not no way in hell 1 out of 3. Yeah, I know Sleepy. He made those stats up. But I'm not sympathetic for either one of these niggas. I'm just going off of his logic. If Bam needs to be put down, then so do you. Because Bam actually had somebody come out and corroborate that he was molested, but he stayed contradicting himself. Molested or raped by 2 men. Nobody has ever confirmed that you've been molested, touched, or raped. Melly G, peace and welcome. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Dog bite a child, you put him down.
Right.
That's the bottom line to it.
So you knew Bam.
So, logic, you need to be put down.
I'm trying to figure out the timeline. Like what I'm trying to figure out is like, all right, you know him. When did you want to join Zulu Nation? You
You got to understand something. When you dealing with the Zulu Nation, it's like you sitting up there watching UFC or WWF. You got the hood legends. Like we had legends in my hood. So of course, then on top of that, not just the legends, the music, like everything. It's not even so much if you wanted it. If you was in Bronx River, you didn't want to join the Zulu Nation. You was already Zulu. That's how that go. So even if you wasn't even like this is the birthplace, you was already Zulu.
That doesn't answer the question at all. He got no questions answered.
Already Zulu. You just family.
All
Bronx
right.
River was family.
I don't know what's up with y'all tough niggas. Y'all don't like talk. I like details, nigga. I'm like the police. Not a rat. I want every single day. I walked outside. I saw him. Hey, man, what's up? That's
You see, Queens is being nice, but he's politely saying, "Nigga, that's not a real answer. We need details." You know why he ain't giving no details? Because he ain't fucking got that.
You know what it is?
You paraphrasing.
Listen, you know what it is? It's kind
and
of
you have
hard.
a good memory.
It's kind of hard to give you details on people that was there your whole life.
Okay, so all right, so he was.
How is it hard to give you details about people that was there your whole? That made no sense. If they were there your whole life, you should have a plethora of details.
Oh wait, so like
He been there my whole life.
okay, got it. Now, when did you go? When did you have a one-on-one with him? That's what I mean. Like, when did you? Okay, you part of the Zulu, so you a young Zulu. When did it first happen between you and Bam?
All right, one of the first times that first happened.
Go ahead, think of your
I
life.
can't really tell you around when the first time happened because, like I said, a lot of the times, a lot of the situation, it just
Is it blurry?
it blank. It's like you don't even some things you just basically forget completely,
Okay.
and then certain things that trigger it and where it come out. But what I could do for you is
You're full of shit. You can't tell them the first time it happened because you were taking other people's stories. And you didn't hear the parts where they told the first time that it happened.
break down like for example, I can give you examples. There was a time where it was me, my brother that got life in jail, and another one of my brothers. We was all in the apartment in Bronx River, and there was an episode that came on of Different Strokes. With
See?
Arnold,
What show is that?
Arnold and Dudley, different strokes.
That's
The white shit.
No, the black joint with different strokes. Got the white dude, Mr. Drummond. You got Arnold, which is what's his real name? Yeah, I don't know who the fuck that is. Arnold and Dudley.
Yeah, let me Google it real quick, man. It's been a long time,
Yeah,
man.
So anyway, in the episode, they was in the store.
We was talking about Willis. There we go.
Yeah, we talking about.
I
Yeah,
thought it was that, but I wasn't sure.
Oh, yeah.
So now he was in the store, in the basement of the store, and the dude in the store pulled out the Polaroid camera and started getting them to take their clothes off. Now that stood out to us because while we was in there trying to lift the weights in the weight, trying to flex our muscles, now he trying to convince us to take our clothes off. And he pulls out the Polaroid camera. Ooh, let me see your muscles. So we all looked at each other like it got real uncomfortable. So we slid off. So that's one of the moments that stood out. But
Now you have noticed that all the moments that he talk about come from other things or other people. I wonder why.
with Bam's the type of dude. This is what he does. You go in the bathroom, he'll try to follow you in the bathroom.
Now look, this part of the story comes from someone else too. All of his details come from other places and other people. He can't give you no details of his own.
Like he giving you advice on how to piss. Then, like first time he tried to actually break me in, he asked me questions about porno. Do you you watch porn? Like, nah, my mom's ain't let me watch no porn. Well, you're supposed to jerk off, right?
Black Lord.
You see what I'm saying? So now he introducing you to porn. And then while he's introducing you to porn, he pulls out the black book with all the Polaroids in it. And in this book, this is this book, you can never forget this book because you see every gangster nigga, I'm talking about killers. He caught them around the same age I was. So now you see these dudes and you see in their faces, he got dudes in the book with like it's just terrible. It's terrible.
See, those details came from Bee Stinger. Every time he tells details about what happened between him and Bam, you can always take those details and find them somewhere else from somebody else.
So now this is how he's breaking you in.
I mean, what in the book? What naked? Just take a
butt ass naked, like just all types of foul shit. You see what I'm saying? And it's like whoa. So then he's telling you that you're supposed to jerk off. You got to jerk off because it's unhealthy for you not to. This is what he's doing. He's breaking you in. Then he gets you to the point to where that one day I finds myself in the room. That it's crazy because a few of the dudes that he actually molested, everybody went to jail for murder.
But let me ask you a question. Before you went in the room, did you tell him you've been molested before? Did you confide in him?
No, I didn't tell him that.
Okay, good.
I mean, first of all, you're dealing with the mind of a fragile, broken child. You see what I'm saying? You may have. Sometimes you might find an 18-year-old that's not mentally mature.
Right.
Then you might find somebody that's 15 that's mentally mature. Everybody's not the same. So he was dealing with somebody that he knew was already broken. But then you got to understand too, you're dealing with a dude that's big as hell, a dude that got an army behind him, and a dude that was a master manipulator because this same dude got every gangster from the community and got away with it and is still walking around. And to this day, so when you asking questions, ask yourself a question because everybody that heard all the proof.
So he just got a thing for young gangsters. And not one of these gangsters decided to get their revenge. They all just decided to work for him and stay up under him. Get the fuck out of here.
Also knows that, like, for example, I seen Red Pill. Red Pill was talking, and he was like, yo, I ran into a few people that I know in restaurants that admitted that he got them too. That ain't gonna come forward. So everybody knows somebody that he got.
So the Black Book was basically to woo you, like yo, look.
See, he keeps pointing out other people's stories. He don't got no story of his own. It's always somebody else's story.
Yo, look, these niggas did it.
That's his trophy.
All right.
Also telling you, like, nigga, you might be next. So you see who I got here. Like he bigger than you. He's strong. He's stronger than you. If I can get him, I can get you. So
pretty much.
Damn, 63 people in the building. We going up tonight. Make sure y'all hitting that like button as y'all come in. Yeah. He went back because he was an adult. I can't express this enough. There's no evidence of Hassan being around him as a child. Nobody has corroborated his story. And then if you break down the pieces of his story, they all came from other people. The sighing came straight from B Stinger. You all heard those details somewhere else being said somewhere else before him.
Start doing and see, you know what? A lot of shit I blinked out. But then after I put him on blast, I started remembering certain shit and certain people that was older than me, but still 10 years or 11 years younger than Bam, that Bam got. Now these dudes are up.
Quartery, you say some stupid shit like that in my chat again, you getting kicked out.
Age, Bam would have me sitting there watching him giving these older niggas oral sex, dudes that I looked up to, and the funny part about it is when you sit back and you tell the so-called gangsters that's supposed to be around, you tell them like, yo, this is what this nigga was doing, and he watched this during that time. Oh well, here's the excuse. Well, he might have did that. He allowed that to happen because he might have been behind on his rent. So now y'all went from being molested by this nigga to prostituting to the nigga. You see what I'm saying? This is the shit that I had to listen to. And so I give you an example. That's like I'm gonna call a name out. One name out. I'm gonna call it. He a soldier too. He got locked up for shooting the police. He get busy. Tafiq, police sergeant on the concourse. Public information. He beat it. Public information. Got locked up for bodies too. Beat it. Public information. We all did. Tafiq, he was molested by Bam. He's supposed to be Bam's cousin. Tafiq's younger brother, Ali Baba, molested by Bam. One day, he
right to troll heaven you go, you nut ass nigga. Fuck off my goddamn chat with that dumb shit. Fuck with this podcast Love Diddy for. My mom's a victim, you fucking goofball. Get dumb ass out my chat. And if you was standing in front of me, I'll smack the shit out your nut ass.
see, I'm not gonna call the other name out because dude's got sons. And I realize it brings out a lot of pain, but me, Ali Baba, and another dude that just came home from jail for murder like a few years ago, whatever the case may be now, he's raising his children. Proud of him. All three of us, we young boys, he got all of us up in there with a bottle of Vaseline and porn on, trying to jerk all of us off together. This is what the nigga do. You see what I'm saying?
And according to Tafiq, this never happened. Never ever happened. Tafiq has no clue what the fuck he's talking about.
You see what I'm saying? Running around and now, certain dudes talk about, well,
And I'm gonna say the same. I'm gonna quote YP on this. So the nigga turned on the fucking porno in front of 3 niggas, and y'all didn't say, "Wait, what you doing?" And then who pulled who pants down to do the jerking? Nobody. You just sat there and waited your turn. Nobody thought to jump his big ass. Nobody. Get the fuck out of here. I find that hard to believe. I find that very hard to believe.
Bam said he liked to drink semen because it gives him power by drinking the semens of little boys. It's just real shit.
What happens to anybody who try to get out the situation? Cause I know somebody had to try to like fight him off or try to kill him or something.
Well, there's stories of people that got into it with him, and it may not went down the way that it would have happened with certain other people because some of these people had, you know what I mean? They grew up in the family. See, Bam was strong, but some people, like certain things you couldn't do to certain people because then they would ask the question of, well, why are you doing this? And then you had those that would cover it up. You see what I'm saying? Like right now, when you're dealing with the Zulu Nation, you sit back and you analyze it. You didn't see the Zulu Nation handle the situation out the way that it was supposed to be handled. There was no outrage. It was, shh, let's quiet this down so we can get back to business. Not no, nah, you going to answer for this. There was no responsibility on behalf of him. And all of the years, I'll give you a prime example. The dude that stabbed Bam up, where is he?
Spanish nigga.
Where is he? Now, I do know.
You tell us.
I do know I was one of the soldiers that was supposed to hit him. And when I got the picture and seen.
Now, why would you say that? You say the dude that stabbed Bam, where is he? I know I was supposed to be the soldiers that were supposed to hit him. You basically implied that you did. You basically implied that you got rid of that little boy.
And when I got the picture and seen and did my homework and figured out what was going on and seen the baby in his face, it fucked me up mentally.
So what Bam did to him? I heard he stabbed Bam and the manager.
I can't say for sure what Bam did to him, but what I do know is that they said he date raped him. One thing I will say on Bam's defense, I've never known, me personally, Bam to give anybody drugs. I'm not going to never lie on the man. I've never known him to give any.
Because because you the only one that didn't fight back. Maybe because you the only one that gave it up willingly. He said Hassan was making $60K a month at the time of this interview. I wouldn't doubt it.
Give anybody drugs. So I won't say that he did that for a fact as far as giving him a drug. But what I do know is sometimes some of these young boys may have had something to drink in Bam's house, may have passed out. He may have woken up with his dick in Bam's mouth and couldn't live with it. So the next day, I guess after he went home and realized what happened.
It just sounds like he's trying to make Bam out to be the worst predator ever because he's bitter. It seems like he's just trying to say the worst egregious thing that he possibly could think of to make Bam out to be the biggest monster ever. And you sound bitter.
After he went home and realized what happened, he came back from the story that Bam and Ahmed gave me. Ahmed is Bam's he used to be his roommate / manager. So from what the story that he gave, he said he went.
Pop. The nigga woke up. Bam told you the story. What happened, Pop?
Bam never admitted to what happened to Duke. He never admitted.
No, he never told you what he did to Duke?
He never told me what he did to Duke. He said this is what Bam told me. Bam said
In the hospital.
In his house. After he got out the hospital. He didn't talk much in the hospital. When we got to his house, he's in there now. He says that we asked him, so what happened with Duke? I already knew what happened. I know Bam like the back of my hand. Once I went in Bam's house, first of all, when you went in Bam's bedroom,
this is new house. The
new house that he was in, outside of Bronx River, outside of Parkchester. He used to live in Parkchester. It was like in the New Rochelle area.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So now, when you go in Bam's house, this area right here, you literally got this much room to walk past his bed. His room is small, his bed is big. Why was he in your room? He stabbed you in your bedroom. What was he doing in your bedroom? But Bam's answer was he was saying that he came in there, he was looking funny. Ahmed said, I went to the store to go get me a sandwich. When I came back from the store to get a sandwich, I heard Bam in the room screaming. I runs to the room to see what's going on with Bam. He's stabbing Bam, hitting him in the stomach. Ahmed went to grab him. Now, Ahmed is a black belt. Duke went stabbing him too. And then I guess, after Ahmed fought him off, he got away. He ran out of the house. Now you ask yourself a question.
So how did we know that? How we know the allegations that was against Bam? That
Well,
if you didn't speak to the guy,
Well, I'll tell you what. For one, the guy called up. He called up on Hot 97, and Star tell you this, and he was on the radio, and he tried to tell him that this is what Bam did, and they clowned him. Number one, number two, from people that dealt with the kid, he was telling them, the dude tried to get me. You see what I'm saying? I never personally.
I would gladly let Bambaataa come over here and address this. I would gladly let Bambaataa come over here and address this. 76 people. We're going up. 76 people in the building. Make sure you are hitting that like button as you come in. Share this video because we need to get this fraud off of YouTube. We definitely need to get this fraud off of YouTube. So make sure y'all liking this. And when y'all come in, y'all share this video. And don't forget to support the channel. Well, support the Bus Pass Fund. Help Remy get to work this week. Hit the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo at the top of the chat. If everybody send $1, I'd be great.
I never personally spoke to Shorty.
okay.
But this is what he said. Now in the hospital, when I got to the hospital to see Bam, the first thing Saladin is another warrior. Saladin was like, yo, Poppy, you get involved in this, you going to hell. So now automatically everybody.
All right, so I'll get to the next clip.
Everybody's assuming that Bam is back to his old bag of tricks. I mean, the day that I went to Bam house and he gave me the picture of the young boy that stabbed him, I goes outside, Joe Poen and King Righteous, King Zulu, tells me, well, see, Joe Poe wasn't there at the time. It was separate times, but both of them sitting up there telling me Bam got locked up in Brazil. They was with him for raping a boy in Brazil.
Well, how you got away? How you got out?
Because the politicians over there were Zulus. Zulu was big.
Gosh.
You got to understand something. You got Zulus all over the... First of all, Bam got Zulu camped in different countries all over the world. Y'all thinking, well, what's this Zulu stuff? Zulu's been around. And back in the day, Zulu was bigger than blood. More powerful. So when you sitting back and you analyze...
Whoever that just sent that $2 Cash App, I don't want to say your real name. Yeah, my bad. My phone glitched out. But whoever just sent that $2 Cash App, I don't want to say your real name. I think it's Chase, the screen name. I appreciate it. And if anybody else wants to help out, hit the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo at the top of the chat.
And back in the day, Zulu was bigger than blood. More powerful. So when you sitting back and you analyzing this, I mean, the reality of it is, when you look at Lord Jamal and some of these other celebrities that's breaking that, know Bam. Bam told the world he didn't know B Stinger. Lord Jamal said, I've been in the studio with both of y'all. B Stinger.
Wait a minute. You just pointed that out, that Bam said Bam didn't know B Stinger and he was lying. But here you're saying, oh, I saw Lord Jamar saw B Stinger in the studio together. And I pointed that out when he did the Lord Jamar interview a few months ago. Oh, Chase, appreciate it. Oh, so it is you. But you know what's crazy? Nobody ever seen you with Bam. Everybody's seen B Stinger. Everybody's seen anybody else with anybody else who said they know them. Somebody else has corroborated the story. His story is the only story that has never been corroborated by anyone. By anyone. Yeah, he says Zulu's is bigger than blood. So, well, since when, nigga?
Zulu before I was even there.
All right, so we moving a little fast. Let's go back. So he tried to jerk you. He tried to do some crazy stuff with the Vaseline. All three of y'all niggas. So, but from when he did that, it didn't go to molesting. I mean, that's considered molesting you, but it didn't go to like.
Man, that is molestation.
Yeah.
What else is it?
It didn't go. All right. Did he rape you or shit like that? That's what I'm saying. That's what. Like did.
Bam ain't never penetrate me anally, but what he did do, and I never really told nobody this. My first experience when I went to Connecticut, I'm gonna tell you how sick the nigga mind is, because he did the same shit.
See, he's always going to somebody else's story. But you just said you couldn't remember your first experience. Did he not just 5 minutes ago tell you that he couldn't remember his first experience when he just asked him what was his first experience? And then he comes off and says later on, it says, my first experience, this is how I know Bee Stinger isn't lying. He thought me. That's Bee Stinger's story. So it took him a while to remember what Bee Stinger told him and say, oh, my first experience. But he just asked you 5-10 minutes ago, what was your first experience? And you told him that you couldn't remember. New York Blood, they was at one point in time, OG Mac got out and mass recruited. Oh, yeah, I don't know nothing about that gangbang shit. My gang was always my cousins and my brothers.
Because he did the same shit to me. That's how I know Bee Stinger's not lying. Bam knew that there would be.
That's how I know Bee Stinger's not lying. But I just played a clip earlier today where he's saying Bee Stinger was lying. And this clip that I played earlier today was recent. So when you want to use Bee Stinger's story to try to make yours sound believable, you said this is clickbait. I thought he went back to, how is it clickbait? Okay. Behind the bar, you making a joke. I was going to say, what? Clickbait? I thought he went back to Queen's Flip. Nah, nigga. I'm reviewing his story. But back to what I was saying. What's up behind the bar? But when you wanna use Bee Stinger's story to corroborate yours, he's not lying. But when Bee Stinger comes out and say this nigga took my story, oh, Bee Stinger's a liar.
That there would be some physical evidence. So what he did was he thought me as a young boy. He thought me as a young boy.
What's that?
Now, I want y'all to answer this question for the people who've never been in my chat and never heard me say this. If this is your first time here, how many times does a predator get the opportunity of, you know, fulfilling their sexual desires with no consequences and turn it down? Don't worry, I'll wait. How many times, let me repeat this question. How many times have you ever in your life heard of a predator getting prime time prey with no consequences attached and turn it down. And then he said he was already broken in. So your booty hole was already loose, my nigga. How many times have you ever heard of a predator turning down prey? How many times have you ever heard of a PDF file getting a child that keeps coming back to him, that sought him out, keeps coming back to them because their mom was chasing. He said, according to him, his mom was chasing everything and wasn't worried about what he was doing. And Bam knew that. So how many times does a predator get a child that he can fulfill his sexual desires on without getting caught and turn it down? How many times have you ever heard that? Don't worry, I'll wait. Don't worry, I'll wait. I want to hear. I want to see some answers in the chat. How many times have you ever heard that? A predator being able to ignore their urges, especially when the prey keeps coming back. How many times have you ever heard that shit happen?
He basically rubbing his penis in between your thighs and not going into your anal cavity because he probably realized at me being so young, the damage, I would probably have to go to the hospital. He would probably have to answer. He knew that Bam is not stupid. So
And you said that you was 15. I don't think that would have did any damage, bro. Not at 15. You damn near a grown ass man, bro.
experience, and see, he can't call me a liar because at the end of the day, I know where the house is at. I know he owns a house in Connecticut. Bam can't. The reason why he played Ron Savage the way he played him, everybody knows me to be a son of Bam. So when I came forward, it was like,
No, the reason why he played Ron Savage and responded to Ron Savage the way he did because people actually saw him with Ron Savage. People actually saw him with Ron Savage. Nobody ever saw you with Bambaataa as a child. So he didn't bother to even respond to you because he knew there was no evidence. But Bee Stinger, on the other hand, Bee Stinger had witnesses. How many people have you heard come out and say, yeah, I saw Hassan with Bam all the time when he was a kid? How many pictures do you see Hassan with Bambaataa as a kid? None. That's why Bambaataa ignored your ass.
devastating. It's like having a heart attack. You cannot deny it. On top of the fact that this ain't the first time, like, you got to understand something. Bam is like the boogeyman of little boys. Not just in Bronx River, Bronxdale, which was a ill projects back in the day, nothing but killers. Soundview. He was the boogeyman. Lambert. Why do you think when you see Zulu now, most of the dudes are older dudes? You don't see too many young boys no more. Why do you think at this point in time with Bambaataa, he's giving the Zulu Nation a gag order to be quiet? Because there's victims that's still there right now that might tell.
So how does this work though? I'm trying to picture this, not picture it, but
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to picture it.
yeah. But I mean, like I'm trying to envision. All right, so
He thigh'd you.
you guys.
Do you really want to envision that? I mean,
No, we don't wanna
not
envision-
not
come
that.
on,
I'm trying to envision like the timeline, like what
That's
how,
what I'm
how
saying.
happened. Like
you
all
be
right, so,
telling, you be paraphrasing. My fault,
yeah.
G.
So I'm trying to get a better vision of back in the days how this went. So everyone was Zulu. If you was all in the same projects, you guys are all kind of like family. So you kind of Zulu by default.
Facts.
He molested some of the young kids, young whatever. After that, you guys are still like a part of this? So you're a part of the zoo. Like you guys go back to the house. Like when something happens, you don't feel comfortable about. You still go back to Bambaataa and rep the team, and the whole Zulu Nation, and like could you mentioned earlier that you wanted to go get the dude that stabbed him.
Yeah,
that was after you was molested.
Yeah, that was.
So how did you feel?
That was years later. That was actually grown man.
Okay.
Well, you gotta let me break something down because I already see where you're going with this. For one, you gotta understand. There's a thing called Stockholm syndrome. This is what they call it. It's just like in a lot of black people families, you'll have the daughter or the mother leaving the children with the grandfather, knowing that the grandfather raped her. I don't know.
Now notice the question. He said you wanted to go and find the bull who stabbed Bambaataa. And he said, yeah, not Bambaataa sent you. He said he wanted to go get him. Now, why would you want to go get him?
Raped her. I don't know how. I can't give you an answer to it. I can't explain it.
Stockholm syndrome is feelings of trust or affection felt in certain cases of kidnapping or hostage taken by a victim towards a captor.
See, he was never captive.
Yeah,
that's not Stockholm syndrome.
I mean, yeah, Stockholm syndrome. So when you dealing with Stockholm syndrome, which I found that word after all of this, I can't understand it. I couldn't even explain it to you. I couldn't give you an answer because I don't understand it myself. What I will say is like they said, Jamie Foxx said in a comedy.
That's not Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm syndrome is when you're being held captive. You were never captive. Gotta get a new fucking phone. But Stockholm syndrome is when you're held against your will and fall in love with your captive. You fell in love with your captive willingly. He never held you against your will. He never forced you. You went back willingly.
Said in a comedy. No, not Jamie Foxx. Chris Tucker. Bambaataa was the uncle who paid my way to college and molested me at the same time. Bam was like a father to me. You see what I'm saying? He was like a father to me. I was close with Bam, like really, really close. And people gonna sit up there and say, well, why you didn't do this, and why you
don't say what. Don't say what you gonna say.
Well, you go ahead and you say what you say. Do what you do.
How long Bam? How many years Bam has been molesting you? How many years?
Honestly,
From what age? Or you
honestly, I don't really remember, but I know it was like it maybe my probably remember. Maybe 15 years old somewhere like around there. Probably around. Honestly, it had to be around there when I started going berserk. Because at one point in time, I started going berserk. It was like shit just started going crazy in the streets.
See, no straight answers. Whenever they ask me details about what he did or personal details about his life or what happened to him, he never has. I don't remember. He never remembered.
Crazy in the streets.
I'm asking you a question. Did you feel affection towards Bam? Now, when I mean affection, not like you felt obligated towards him, even though he was doing this thing. Did you feel it was wrong, or you just felt like it's a Zulu Nation, other niggas went through it, so it's like an initiation?
I felt like it was wrong, but I don't know. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I couldn't even explain it.
Okay.
I can't explain it.
Because you could have, if you think about it, at your age when you was going through. To me, my opinion is he took advantage of you because you was broken already. You know what I'm saying? And he got you on his side as a soldier because you even told me your flip. I even heard rumors that you you put working for the Zulu. I'm saying for Bam.
That's an understatement.
But what I'm saying to you is that, do you think if you would have talked up earlier, you couldn't have helped nobody else?
If I'd have spoke up earlier, my mother would have been dead.
Come on.
Let me explain something. Let me explain something to you, for you to understand. In those days of Zulu, Bam was strong. That's why he made that comment on the air. He was like, "Why they ain't say this years ago?" See, even to now, if I didn't expose Bam, and I would have just killed Bam,
Oh, let me go back.
you see what I'm saying? He was like a father to me. I was close with Bam, like really, really close. And, people going to sit up there and say, well, why you didn't do this? And why you...
Don't say what. Don't say what you're going to say.
Well, you go ahead and you say what you say. Do what you do.
How long how many years Bam has been molesting you? How many years?
Honestly,
From what age? Or you
honestly, I don't really remember, but I know it was like it maybe my probably maybe 15 years old somewhere, like around there. Probably around, honestly, it had to be around there when I started going, berserk. Cause at one point in time I started going berserk. It was like it just started going crazy in the streets.
I'm asking you a question. Did you feel affection towards Bam? Now, when I mean affection, not like you felt obligated towards him, even though he was doing this thing. Did you feel it was wrong, or you just felt like it's a Zulu nation, other niggas went through it, so it's like an initiation?
I felt like it was wrong, but I don't know. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I couldn't even explain it.
Okay.
I can't explain it.
Because you could have, if you think about it, at your age when you was going through. To me, my opinion is he took advantage of you because you was broken already. You know what I'm saying? And he got you on his side as a soldier because you even told me your flip. I even heard rumors that you you put working for the Zulu. I'm saying for Bam.
That's an understatement.
But what I'm saying to you is that, do you think if you would have talked up earlier, you couldn't have helped nobody else?
If I'd have spoke up earlier, my mother would have been dead.
Come on.
Let me explain something. Let me explain something to you, for you to understand. In those days of Zulu, Bam was strong. That's why he made that comment on the air. He was like, "Why they ain't say this years ago?" See, even to now, if I didn't expose Bam, and I would have just killed Bam, my family would have got wiped out. Because people wouldn't you got to understand, you're dealing with somebody that's a legend. Mm-hmm. Bam is so strong right now. Ask yourself a question. Why is it that they raining on Bill Cosby, but nobody wants to touch Bam?
I don't know. If you ask me, I don't know.
Wait a minute. So you saying Bam has more pull than Bill Cosby? I strongly doubt that. You know how much money Bill Cosby got? And you saying that? Come on, bro.
Ask yourself, why is it that
Power?
why it's more than that? Because the powers to be, Bam is down with this satanic cult too. He's down with a satanic cult, and every once in a while they decide who they want to spank. The government didn't spank Bam. Nobody, not a DEA or FBI, never came and talked to me or Ron Savage and said, "Yo, let us know about the rest of these kids." They never asked no questions. But Bam tried to throw us out there as agents.
They never asked y'all because I think they did ask Beast Stinger though, but they never asked you because your story didn't add up. Your story never made sense or added up. Well, they never asked you.
Try to throw us out there as agents. Talk about this COINTELPRO. They trying to take us down. You seen the video? I don't know if you seen the video. It's gonna be a war. It's gonna people that's gonna the clown Shep. He's supposed to. He's despicable. He's supposed to be from the Black Panthers. That's what he say. I'm an original member from the Black Panther. Nigga, you despicable. You lied for a faggot. And I ain't never seen him get no head from Bam, but you had to.
Why you say you had to?
Because you already know that he's a pedophile. Because the dudes that had the meeting with me at that meeting already told you he admitted to it.
But Pop, even though he was doing the stuff that you still felt loyalty and allegiance to him. So that's why people may look at it like, yo, Pop, come on, my nigga. You was ready to kill homie that he that Bam Paul had his paws in his mouth. You know, I don't like, you know, I'm
listen,
not, you know
you gotta understand something.
but you gotta see how people say it.
I don't.
But your
I don't,
credibility is solidified.
Listen, you gotta understand something. When
Let me go back. This nigga is the king of excuses.
Feel affection towards Bam. Now, when I mean affection, not like you felt obligated towards him, even though he was doing this thing. Did you feel it was wrong, or you just felt like it's a Zulu nation, other niggas went through it, so it's like an initiation?
I felt like it was wrong, but I don't know. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with me. I couldn't even explain it.
Okay,
I can't explain it.
because you could, if you think about it, at your age when you was going through. To me, my opinion is he took advantage of you because you was broken already. You know what I'm saying? And he got you on his side as a soldier because you even told me your flip. I even heard rumors that you put working for the Zulu. I'm saying for Bam.
That's an understatement.
But what I'm saying to you is that, do you think if you would have talked up earlier, you couldn't have helped nobody else?
If I'd have spoke up earlier, my mother would have been dead.
Oh, come on.
Let me explain something. Let me explain something to you, for you to understand. In those days of Zulu, Bam was strong. That's why he made that comment on the air. He was like, "Why they ain't say this years ago?" See, even to now, if I didn't expose Bam, and I would have just killed Bam, my family would have got wiped out. Because people wouldn't you got to understand, you're dealing with somebody that's a legend. Mm-hmm. Bam is so strong right now. Ask yourself a question. Why is it that they raining on Bill Cosby, but nobody wants to touch Bam?
I don't know. If you ask me, I don't know.
Ask yourself, why is it that
Power?
why it's more than that? Because
What's wrong with change the chat? I can see my chat and I can't type in the chat. Let me try something.
why it's more than that, because the powers to be, Bam is down with this satanic cult too. He's down with a satanic cult, and every once in a while they decide who they want to spank. The government didn't spank Bam. Nobody, not a DEA or FBI, never came and talked to me or Ron Savage and said, "Yo, let us know about the rest of these kids." They never asked no questions. But Bam tried to throw us out there as agents. Talk about this COINTELPRO. They trying to take us down. You seen the video? I don't know if you seen the video. It's gonna be a war. It's gonna people that's gonna the clown Shep. He's supposed to. He's despicable. He's supposed to be from the Black Panthers. That's what he say. I'm an original member from the Black Panther. Nigga, you despicable. You lied for a faggot. And I ain't never seen him get no head from Bam, but you had to.
Why you say you had to?
Because you already know that he's a pedophile. Because the dudes that had the meeting with me at that meeting already told you he admitted to it.
But Pop, even though he was doing the stuff that you still felt loyalty and allegiance to him. So that's why people may look at it like, yo, Pop, come on, my nigga. You was ready to kill homie that he that Bam had his paws in his mouth. You know, I don't like. You know, I'm
Listen,
not, you know what I'm saying?
you gotta understand something.
But you gotta
I
see
don't,
people
I
saying
don't,
it.
I don't.
But your
I don't,
credibility is
listen,
solidified.
Listen,
in these
you gotta
streets, though.
understand something. When you got people that think like that and act like that and talk like that, who puts a child through the hot seat? Who questions a victim like that? Like, you got to be wrong, even though you know this man is a pedophile, nothing but a pedophile. Some of the people, like, let's keep it all the way funky, right? If 1 out of 3 little girls is being molested and the boys, they don't give you a number because they say the boys don't never tell, who's doing the molesting? When I post this type of shit up on Facebook, these type of posts, they get avoided. You know why? Because in every neighborhood, on every corner, you got a 30-year-old man fucking a 13-year-old. How many times you done heard a nigga standing right next to you say, if she's old enough to cross the street, she old enough to get hit? How many dudes you see
After
outside?
12 is lunch. I heard after 12 is lunch too.
I never even heard that, but I tell you one thing though.
That's crazy.
heard that live.
But when I hear a nigga say that shit in front of me, and you say it in front of me,
Here
I
you
mean,
go, look.
you gonna catch the fade.
Here you go. You want to fight, nigga? Who you think?
No, I'm not.
That's
No,
towards
no,
me,
no,
right?
no,
Towards
no,
me.
no, no.
I
You
don't
being
feel that
real.
way.
You being real though. You
Violence, man.
you giving what you supposed to give, but on some real shit, it's always fun and games until it's somebody else's daughter.
Facts.
You even got pedophiles sit up there and tell you touch my daughter, I'm gonna kill you. But you can touch everybody else's, right?
Crazy.
It's wrong.
Let's keep it funky. When you sit back and you analyze it, in our community, there's somebody messing with somebody's child. So when you dealing with the dudes our age now, they feel like I'm not going to touch this on Facebook because I done been with about 10 females that was underage.
Right.
And if I start talking on it, one of them might come out of the blue and be like, nigga, you got me.
Yeah. You're right.
You see what I'm saying? So this is the problem in the community. And then when you talking about this type of topic,
It's not popping up.
you're going to see people get uncomfortable because you're going to find out in your family somebody got that you didn't know. And then you're going to find yourself hugging that cousin, that sister, and crying and wanting to kill somebody. You don't even know how many times I've been through this. I've seen this. In every family, there's a pedophile. This shit trickled down from slavery.
So what makes you comfortable?
Can't see the chat for some reason. I don't know what the hell is going on. But the chat not moving. I don't know if y'all typing or not. I can't even see how many people was in this motherfucker. But if y'all still in the chat, make sure y'all hitting that like button as it come in. I'm looking on my switch. It says 70 people on my backup channel and 15 on the regular. So that's 85 people in the building. Just make sure y'all hitting that like button as y'all come in and support the Bus Pass Fund. Help Remy get to work this week. Hit the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo at the top of the chat if you would like to donate.
So what makes you comfortable while speaking about this now? 'Cause I know it took you some years. You had to process and everything. But
you know what it was? After I came out, I went through so much with so many people reaching out to me.
Came out of jail tomorrow?
No, like people just coming out talking about their stories. People in the foster care system being molested, telling me their stories. It was like I had to be strong for everybody else. Now it's to the point it's like there's nothing.
See, he had other people telling him his stories, and all he did was blend other people's stories together and use it as his own. That's why he can never give you any details when you ask certain questions.
There's nothing that you can do to me to break me now. For me as a man to admit that a man touched me is like, that is the ultimate nasty. It can't get no worse than that. Now, nowadays, I don't know. I don't come from the generation where everything you got to say pause or no homo.
Right.
Even though it was gay shit going on behind the scenes. Nowadays, you see on the internet dudes talking about, getting your dick sucked by a man don't make you gay. No, it does.
Facts.
Okay, well then, according to what you say, you're gay, nigga.
So when I deal with this topic now, and you see when MC Shan came to me, That's one of my idols. But the funny part about it is you would never be able to tell me back in the days that I would take MC Shan over KRS-One.
So wait, hold on. Come on, Pop, man, wait, man. I hate when you do this, my nigga. You jump, man. Slow down, nigga.
I'm sorry.
God, Lee.
sorry.
All right, so Bam. So when it was going on, when he did all that shit between you and Bam, how many times it happened? Like touching you and doing all that weird shit.
Like, man, I can't give you a number. That's
okay. I mean, but it's years. Like a couple. It could happen.
You asking me how many times it happened? Ask me how many little boys he touched. How about that?
I'm gonna ask you that. next.
Don't gotta answer.
But I'm saying like it was. Yeah, I want to know a time frame. About like 3 years it was going on. 2 years it was going on between you and.
I say probably about 2 or 3. Let's say 3.
All right, bet. And then how many boys that you was aware that he touched?
Oh wow.
He ain't never got no answer.
Half the projects.
He just said, how many years it's been going? I couldn't tell you. Ask me how many boys he touched. Okay, I'm gonna ask you that. How many boys did he touch? Half the project. That is not a fucking real answer, bro. He gives no real answers. Ever. You never get a real answer from this nigga. Not once. This whole entire fucking joint, I have not seen or heard any real answers. Just a bunch of deflections. The king of deflections. I'm trying to turn on my old phone so I can see if I can see the chat there.
Literally half the projects, half of Bronx River, half of Bronxdale, half of fucking Soundview. Anybody that came through, like you got to understand something. When you dealing with, let's say for example, R. Kelly, you have a bunch of people that's attracted to him because of his popularity.
Right.
Because he could sing.
Bambaataa had more.
So you was attracted to him because of his popularity? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're telling us? You was attracted to Bam because of how popular he was? Gay. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know about y'all, but that's what I just heard.
Behind the scenes. Nowadays, you see on the internet dudes talking about, getting your dick sucked by a man don't make you gay. No, it does.
Facts.
So when I deal with this topic now, and you see when MC Shan came to me, that's one of my idols. But the funny part about it is you would never be able to tell me back in the days that I would take MC Shan over KRS-One.
So wait, hold on. Come on, Pop, man, wait, man. I hate when you do this, my nigga. You jump, man. Slow down, nigga.
I'm sorry.
God, Lee.
All right,
so Bam. So when it was going on, when he did all that shit between you and Bam, how many times it happened? Like touching you and doing all that weird shit.
Like, man, I can't give you a number. That's
okay. I mean, but it's years. Like a couple. It could happen.
You asking me how many times it happened? Ask me how many little boys he touched. How about that?
I'm gonna ask you that. Next. But I'm saying like it was. Yeah, I want to know a time frame. About like 3 years it was going on. 2 years it was going on between you and.
I say probably about 2 or 3. Let's say 3.
All right, bet. And then how many boys that you was aware that he touched?
Oh wow. Half the projects. Literally half the projects, half of Bronx River, half of Bronxdale, half of fucking Soundview. Anybody that came through, like you got to understand something.
He touched half of New York, and the only people that came forward was you and B Stinger. I find that extremely, extremely hard to believe. I don't know about y'all, but I find that very hard to believe. Nobody came forward but him and B Stinger. And both of you niggas' stories is fucking weird. I'm gonna be honest with you. You stole your story from B Stinger, and now B Stinger talking about something that was a misunderstanding. He didn't know he had a fake ID. So I don't know. You niggas, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about these niggas. This nigga story makes no sense. Everything he just said made absolutely no sense. He didn't answer no questions. No questions. No questions were answered. When it comes down to it, you don't get no real answers from this nigga. All right, now it's showing how many people is in the building, but the chat's still not moving. Niggas full of shit. Never in my life have I seen a nigga that's so much full of shit. All right, now it's showing how many chat. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now I can see y'all. See, I can't see the chat on here, but I can see it on my phone. There we go. There we go. Now I can see y'all. Hassan wasn't held captive, right? Now I can see the on my phone. I can see y'all on my phone. Now I can see y'all on my phone. I'm not my bad if I haven't been responding to your what's the names? Damn, everybody over in the backup channel. Everybody over in the backup channel.
With, let's say, for example, R. Kelly. You have a bunch of people that's attracted to him because of his popularity.
Right.
Because he could sing.
Bambaataa had more than what R. Kelly had because he had an empire. Singers, dancers. Like you gotta come you gotta keep in mind, you come to Bronx River, damn near every celebrity that been in that center. I done met some, you know what I mean? I done met a whole lot of celebrities in Bronx River.
Right.
So now this is the magnet. Then you got to think you got people that also came from the crack and the dope era, that mothers and fathers was dope fiends, that Bam might have been feeding them. Like, yo, you ain't eating 2 or 3 days. I got you. I'm gonna make sure you eat. Bam was the type of dude, you ain't got no sneakers on your feet. Damn, his feet look fucked. He gonna buy it. People will tell you that Bam had a good heart, but he was a pedophile.
No captions of it.
So now this is what you dealing with. You dealing with a man that's a magnet. Every dude that you looked up in the hood or looked up to in the hood was going to be with Bam or be around Bam.
That doesn't make no
Damn. So that means like any.
sense because why none of these people that you looked up to that you claim people was looking up to in the hood, why weren't they seen around Bam? What you saying makes no fucking sense, bro. No sense. His stories just don't add up. The math is just not mathing. The math just not mathing. Makes absolutely no sense.
Do between the age of like 30 something to like 40 something that live in the Bronx right now, them probably had the same story.
He got him. You got to understand, son. You got.
Hold on, let me see something real quick. Where's this at? 15 minutes and 44 seconds. Because I think I got another clip. I think I got another clip. Oh, it's 28 minutes, but it won't let me. I gotta split it in half. Did I play this one? I don't remember playing this one. So let me upload that because I want to keep this live going. Let me upload that. Upload that. Let those two other clips upload while we play this one. All right, let's get back to the second clip. What was it?
Everybody's assuming that Bam is back. Find yourself hugging that cousin, that sister. Half the projects. Literally half the projects, half of Bronx. I deal with
Right
this
here.
topic now. And you see, when MC Shan came to me, that's one of my idols. But the funny part about it is you would never be able to tell me back in the days that I would take MC Shan over KRS-One.
So wait, hold on. You be come on, Pop, man. Wait, man. I hate when you do.
And for those of you who are over at Rim TV 2, Rim TV 2 is my backup channel. So if you want to go to the main chat where everyone is, where most of the people are in the backup channel right now, but my main channel is just Rim TV. So if I want to go, catch my main lives, go over to subscribe or come over to Rim TV, just regular Rim TV. Rim TV 2 is the backup channel. So if you're over in Rim TV 2, come over to Rim TV. 65 people in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button.
Do this, my nigga. You jump, man. Slow down,
I'm
nigga.
sorry.
God,
I'm
Lee.
sorry.
So Bam. So when it was going on, when he did all that shit between you and Bam, how many times it happened? Like touching you and doing all that weird shit.
Like, man, I can't give you a number. That's
Okay, I mean, but it's years. Like a couple of, it could happen.
You asked me
He can never give him no number. He can never give you nothing. How long did this happen? I don't know. When was your first experience? I don't know. He never knows. That's how you know that his details were either made up or taken from somewhere else. That's exactly how you know those details were either made up or taken from somewhere else.
times it happened. Ask me how many little boys he touched. How about that?
I'm gonna ask you that next.
And then you turn around and tell him to ask you a question, and you ain't got an answer for the question you told him to ask.
It was I want to know a time frame. About like 3 years it was going on. 2 years it was going on between you and.
I say probably about 2 or 3. Let's say 3.
All right, bet. And then how many boys that you was aware that he touched?
Oh, wow. Half the projects. Literally half the projects. Half of Bronx River. Half of Bronxdale.
65 people in both chats. Everybody send $1 right now to support the channel and help Remy get to work this week. Everybody send $1 right now. I'll be great.
Fucking Soundview. Anybody that came through, like, you got to understand something.
Don't make me pull a behind the bar. Don't make me pull the shout out to behind the bar. Don't make me. I ain't saying another motherfucking word till I see some cash apps. I ain't saying another motherfucking word. That's how I'm behind the bar be over there cussing niggas out. I ain't saying shit else till I see some cash apps. Him and Beach nigga.
When you dealing with, let's say, for example,
Nah, but for
R.
real,
Kelly.
I would appreciate it.
You have a bunch of people that's attracted to him because of his popularity.
Right.
Because he could sing.
Bambaataa had more than what R. Kelly had because he had an empire. Singers, dancers. Like you gotta come you gotta keep in mind, you come to Bronx River, damn near every celebrity that been in that center. I done met some, you know what I mean? I done met a whole lot of celebrities in Bronx River.
Right.
So now this is the magnet.
ABM.
Then you got to think you got people that also came from the crack and the dope era, that mothers and fathers was dope fiends, that Bam might have been feeding them. Like, yo, you ain't eating 2 or 3 days. I got you. I'm gonna make sure you eat. Bam was the type of dude. You ain't got no sneakers on your feet. Damn, his feet look fucked. He gonna buy it. People will tell you that Bam had a good heart, but he was a pedophile. So now this is what you dealing with. You dealing with a man that's a magnet. Every dude that you looked up in the hood or looked up to in the hood was going to be with Bam or be around Bam.
Damn. So that means like any dude between the age of like 30 something to like 40 something that live in the Bronx right now, them probably had the same story.
He got him. You got to understand, son. You got celebrities. Y'all didn't watch all the.
Why is nobody else in the Bronx saying this though? The most I heard was the old heads say they noticed that he liked men. They all knew that Bam was a gipper. Nobody has ever said that Bam liked little boys. Most of them all said that Bam was a gipper.
You got celebrities telling you like, yo, I'm running into people that I know that got by Bam.
Shit.
They're telling you that we all heard the rumors. That was nothing new. But now we seeing faces after me and B Stinger. You got dudes like seeing Bronx River. Bronx River is pretty much. I don't have no respect for the elders in Bronx River. None of them. They don't like it. They can kiss my ass. We get it on what you say. I don't have.
Wasn't you doing videos with all these so-called elders and old heads and shit? But you ain't got no respect for them though. That's why your goofy ass can't go back.
No respect for none of them because
he won't get enough.
because at the end of the day, it's like I said, in my video, it was like this. One day I went to Jerry's house. Now Jerry was in Zulu before me. That's like my big brother though. He raised me in the streets. Besides Bo and all the rest of them, like we go to Jerry's house. It's after I got out of jail now for the homicides I was in there the first time. I'm sitting in Jerry's house. And
we can't find none of these homicides that he keep talking about. But what we can find, he was arrested for a homicide. One homicide, and his man Eric, who he got tattooed on his arm, he winds up getting life. Hassan winds up walking free. Make that make sense. The only sense you can make out of it is Hassan told on him. The time he did spend in jail for those 2 years was for assault on a woman. Now, how bad do you have to beat up a woman to get 2 to 3 years in jail?
You got all the tough guys, the old timers, the OGs in his house. So I walked through the door and Jerry was like, all right, we just finished talking about Bam. Bam tried something with everybody in this room. What did he do to you?
Wow.
And everybody bust out laughing. I bust out laughing too, like ha 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 ha.
Who laughs about being touched by that makes no sense. That makes no sense. A man comes into a room full of victims and says, everybody in this room has been touched by Bam. What'd he do to you? And then everybody just starts laughing about it. That right there was a red flag. This whole fucking interview was full of red flags. And I think Queen's Flip knew. That's why he kept saying, you know, God damn, bro, you're not giving no details. Or he'd be like, damn, you're moving too quick.
He was watching the old Mayweather fight that night, I think. And Later on that night when I went home, like the shit hit me hard because I was like, damn, nigga got me. Now everybody remembered that night. They remember that comment all of us laughing up in there, but it wasn't really that funny.
Right.
Everybody knew what time it was with him. Everybody knew.
Wasn't really that
Everybody
funny.
know. But to defend, some people feel
But
like
y'all
you
mad.
killing the hip hop's legacy because hip hop started in Bronx River. And this is what some of them care more about than anything. Oh, you destroying the family, you destroying the name. And then these same dudes will sit up.
You want to attach yourself to the beginning of hip hop so fucking bad. You ever notice that when he says Bronx Real ABC, when he says I was molested by Bambaataa, the godfather of hip hop, he puts him on a pedestal just so he can connect himself to that pedestal and knock Bam off of it.
And tell you, well, what would you do if this was your son or your brother? Well, I would kill him. Oh, so it's okay because it was me. All right, I got you.
Hold on. Yo, if the camera died, go in the corner and use the GoPro for all of when it dies. You just get all of us at that angle and hold it straight. Yeah, you know what to do. Yeah, because we got to get this. Just when it dies. You can start now whenever you're ready. Yeah.
You can't plug the camera up?
What do you mean plug it up?
Not to plug it up to keep it running? Or the batteries is going on?
The batteries going, yeah, because
Yeah.
we would talk about, in the beginning, nigga talking about some crazy shit. Malcolm X, you went in. You know what I'm saying? You was
Yeah.
going in. You know what I'm saying? But we got another GoPro in there.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, do you see all of us? Can you see all of us, Space?
Yeah, I got you.
Good. Let me ask you a question. Bambaataa raped all these boys. Or molested. Did he actually rape boys? Did he actually penetrate any boys?
Well, I mean, if you okay with him giving little boys oral sex, I can't tell you what he did to everybody, but
See, there it goes. No answers. That's not the answer to the question. Did he penetrate anyone else? Now, if he would have said that he did, it wouldn't have made sense. That's why he deflected and was like, oh, he liked to give little boys oral sex. No. Did he penetrate anybody else? You see how he deflected from that because he knew that it wouldn't have made sense.
give little boys oral sex and jerk them off. This is what he does. I mean, at the end of the day,
My stomach hurt.
exactly. Do we really got to go into the details of dude? It's disgusting.
That's not
Really got to go into the details. You don't want to go into the details because you have none.
I mean, people want to. People. It's not about going.
You know
to
what?
details,
So
Pop.
You know what?
give
See,
or- give or receive.
Here's my thing.
Just want
Pop,
no details.
Here's my thing. with-
Here's my thing. What you got to understand. Those are his key phrases to deflect. Here's my main thing. See, what you got to understand is the reality of it is those are all smoke bombs.
Nigga, slow down, my nigga.
Here's my thing with Bam, right? That you got to understand, or people that's listening. You're gonna have people that listen to this interview that's gonna masturbate to it. You got sickos.
Wow.
Come on,
Real. I'm just keeping it funky. Real dudes don't want to hear what man that ain't gay.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Back that up. Did he just say there's going to be guys that listen to the interview that's going to masturbate? What in your brain made you conjure that up?
Oh, the batteries is going on.
The batteries go. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we would talk about in the
Receive.
Here's my thing.
Just want no details.
Here's my thing.
You too
with-
violent, my
here's-
nigga. Slow down, my nigga.
Here's my thing with Bam, right? That you gotta understand, or people that's listening. You're gonna have people that listen to this interview that's gonna masturbate to it. You got sickos.
Wow.
Come on,
Real. I'm just keeping it funky. Real dudes don't want to hear what man that ain't gay want to hear details about what a man did with a boy. Like I gave you enough to say.
No, you didn't. You didn't give us any details. See, now he's getting offended. This how you know this nigga's lying. We didn't get any details. In order to know the truth, you would have to hear certain details, bro. You don't gotta be gay to hear to know what the fuck is going on, bro. You keep saying that he molested you. Well, how did he molest you?
Right, that nigga nasty. But who really, really like inquiring minds want to know? The ones that really, really want to know is the ones you really got to watch. Like, yo, dog, what are you doing?
First of all, slow down, nigga. I'm asking you the question.
Now, you see how he tried to make people who want to know the details look like they're crazy or they're the freaks. That right there was a deflection, so he doesn't have to answer no questions. Nobody wants to envision what the details, but if you're gonna slander this man's name and smear him all over the internet, we need evidence. You want everybody to jump out the window for it, but you're not giving us no evidence.
Pause, nigga.
You doing what the
slow down. That shit. Don't throw that. Don't throw.
All right,
on,
baby
nigga.
man.
Fuck out of here, nigga. I'm from Queens for real, nigga.
Sounded like you on some baby bambada shit.
Never, nigga. You musclehead ass nigga. Fuck you talking about? You old swole head ass nigga. Your head and your muscles are.
That was the biggest fucking deflection of the whole interview.
Your muscles the same size, nigga. You old MIB back in. Here comes the next.
He said that nigga head and his muscles is the same size.
Oh, man.
No, I'm just saying. I don't want to know. I'm just saying, like,
our fans that listen might want to know details. That's why we actually.
Listen,
I'm not asking for details. Like, I want to know if he.
Let me tell you something.
Did he go that far? You know what I'm saying? If he penetrating boys, or that's what I'm saying.
Like I said, what he did to me, I guess he felt like, because he was to the point where he could have, but what he did to me,
When does a fucking PDF file have the chance to do something like that and not do it? It's unheard of. You just said he didn't want to do it because he didn't want to leave no evidence, and then you turn around and say that he could have done it. Don't make no sense.
said he thought me because I guess he realized that he would have did damage if I'd have went home to my mom's like that. How could I hide that?
Right.
I heard you say.
That was to the point where I wasn't gonna snitch on him or tell what happened. You probably made something up anyway.
This dude is full of shit. Now, let me see if these other clips loaded. This dude is full of shit.
The bottle out the window again, bitch nigga. I'll stab your mother to death. You versus Gully TV in a boxing fight. Gully need to get his life together. So you...
Hold on. Hold up.
So you mean to tell...
Hold up.
Takeoff got his snot box rocked. They hit him in the... They literally hit kids. It's bad enough when you walk down the block. Walk this way.
Hold on. Let me go out and come back in because this junk keep fucking up. Well, let's get back to it. Let's get back to it, brother. Hold on, let me load this other clip in. Let me put this other clip in here too so we can get right to it next.
And I came between my legs and sent me home to my mama. And I told my story and you the bottle out the window again, bitch nigga. I'll stab your mother to death. You versus Gully TV in a boxing fight. Gully need to get his life together.
Anytime somebody say something about a fight, that nigga never want to rumble. There's always an excuse. You're always talking this tough guy shit.
So you mean to tell me Takeoff got his snot box rocked? They literally hit him in the head with the headshot. They left his noodles on the sidewalk.
This nigga's a goofball.
They left his brains. You ever seen the movie Face Off? They took his face off. Why? I don't know this to be true. I'm a blogger, a journalist right now.
You can't even spell.
But I'm going to say this too. Me being a father,
Journalists don't create narratives. If you were a journalist, you could get sued, dumbass. And I'm glad you say that. I'm glad you claim that you're a journalist because you can be sued for putting out false details. Because Takeoff didn't get shot in the face.
brother, me being an uncle, I hope whoever killed that boy like that, who sacrificed him on Halloween night, I hope they go to jail. Forever.
Oh my God.
Forever, ever, forever. The security that he had that was supposed to, security that was watching his back, that's who shot him. And the security that he had allegedly came from Jay Prince. But they told you it was over a dice game? Because the nigga that shot him, they started an argument to give you a motive. They started an argument to give you a motive. That was to rock to sleep. Y'all don't understand the streets. If I want to kill you and I want to get away with it, I got to rock you to sleep to get you to come out and play, right? When a nigga on demon time is going to rock your snot box, he got to do anything and everything to convince you to come outside.
Throw the bottle out the window again, bitch nigga. I'll stab your mother to death.
You versus
Oh, he lined that up perfectly. He lined that one up perfectly. A demon gotta get you to come outside. Come downstairs, I'll push your mother down the steps. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, Renegade, I just now seen this notification. I appreciate it, sis. I really appreciate you, sis. Throw the bottle down the steps, I'll push your mother. They line that up perfectly. My bad, I can't see the chat. That's why I'm about to go on my other phone and look at and see if I can look at the chat. But if anybody else wants to support the whatchamacallit, on my Young Pharaoh shit tonight, the whatchamacallit, the bus pass fund, you can hit the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo at the top of the chat. You say throw the bottle out the window again, I'll push your mother down the steps. What about him? He the one throwing the bottle, not his mother. Why are you trying to push his mother down the steps? What about him? What about the guy that's actually throwing the bottles at you? That's kind of corny. That's real corny. This was a relationship with Bam and was getting tired. Khalifa David, I'm out of here. This love, corny and whack. All right, well then, Khalifa Davis, roll the fuck out. Nobody wants you to fuck over here. Roll the fuck out then, Naga. I don't need you to fuck over here. Fuck you talking about. Free bands, peace and welcome. Zeke, peace and welcome. Get Back Gang, peace and welcome. Uh, Angen, peace and welcome. Bumpy Johnson. Dark Side of the Force. I think I got everybody on the backup channel because most of the people are over there. Come on, throw the bottle out the window.
you versus Gully TV in a boxing fight. Gully need to get his life together. Gully don't need to fight nobody. I'll fight Gully. I'm with that. I've been called Gully out for a fight. He didn't want to fight. But we can leave that to the side.
Right.
Just get your life together, my nigga. Stop trying to slander me.
Now let me go to the other chat and read some of these comments. Indian Summer, peace and welcome back. Schmitty, just chilling. Cadillac, I already said what's up to you. Renegade, Mike James, Master Khalik. My chat is not showing. If y'all can give me do it, my chat is not showing on the on my whatchamacallit, on my stream, my restream. So I couldn't see it. Yo, Rim, what's the backup channel? The backup channel name is Rim TV 2. The backup channel name is Rim TV 2. The main channel is Rim TV. But whichever channel that you want, it seems like everybody over in the Rim TV 2 chat. That's where everybody at. So I guess if y'all want to jump over there, y'all can jump over there. But just make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all come in and support the channel. And Bus Pass Fun, get the Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, $1, $2, $3, $4 at the top of the kids at.
Was a failure, yeah, the one you set through the grenade. He should have blew himself up. Now he dying in jail. Probably got kidney failure. Old dusty ass nigga. Your brother, he came home from jail, running around trying to be an old hooligan just like you. Now he back in jail for a gun charge / robbery. Like, damn, your family is filled with failures. If you get some punani and Shorty gets pregnant and give birth to your baby gonna be a bastard. Your son gonna be a failure.
Oh wow, I think he's talking about Zip in this video, bro. They ain't got nothing to do with his kids, bro. Like, come on, you can be mad at niggas all you want, but you never take it out on their kids. And you know what's crazy? Soon as somebody say something about his kids being mentally challenged, he's crying on the internet. Oh, they disrespected my kids. They keep disrespecting my kids. Okay, well, what about all the kids you disrespected, bro? What about all these kids you disrespected? You don't give a fuck about nobody else's kids, but you swear everybody's supposed to just have sympathy for yours.
Your daughter gonna be a stripper, my nigga. Don't have no kids.
Wow.
It's bad enough when you walk down the block. Walk this way.
I would rather my daughter be a stripper than my son be a tranny, bro. I take my daughter stripping any day over my son being a tranny. Cause at least my daughter's still a girl. How you gonna talk about somebody's kids and Hassan Campbell Jr. or well Hassandra Campbell Jr. is a fucking full blown tranny. You refer to your son as the chick with the big tits. Now what kind of shit is that? You refer to your child as the chick with the big titties. Where do they do that at?
Talk this way. You know Queens? She told me to. You know when you walk through Queens? All them young girls moving away from your old ass. Nigga, you got nerve enough to be wearing let's get to that clothing and that shit look like that? Nigga, your clothing and your hats look like your couch and your cat. Burn that bitch.
That shit was funny. But at least he got a clothing line, and I don't like neither one of those niggas. I don't like Zip. He's a fucking degenerate. Both of these niggas are two 40-year-old niggas on the internet pretending like they in their 20s. They walk, talk, and dress as if they are 20 years old. And act
That
like they 20.
bitch. Nigga, your house and your hat look like your couch and your cat.
You are terrible at roasting, bro. Terrible.
So you mean to tell me
Hold on, let me
you
find
come
Mr.
home from jail, you on YouTube, and you went to apply for food stamps? Y'all wanted my attention, right? Your couch stink, your house stink, your cat stink, your outfit
Okay, that's
stink,
funny.
your mama
Okay.
stink. She still smell like crack pipe.
Oh, whoa.
Stop playing with me, man.
Okay, that was funny. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, that was funny. He said your hat stink, your couch stink, your mom stink. He said his mom still smell like sex pipe. Bro, you say that about my mom, bro. I'm taking a trip to New York. I'm telling you that now. You got the game fucked up. Say that shit about my mom. I'm in New York tonight. I'm on the first Amtrak smoking. I'm on the first motherfucking Amtrak smoking. On my way to New York, you say some shit like that about my mama. He said your house stink, your fucking cat stink, your couch stink. Oh my god, you say that shit about my mama? Fuck the cat. You say that shit about my mama? Oh yeah, somebody gotta get shot for that shit. Somebody got to go. One of us got to go. One of us got to go. I'm sorry. You say that shit about my mama.
Nigga, your mama smell like crack pipe.
Oh wow, run that back. Run that back.
And
Run that back. I gotta run this.
to your baby, nigga,
Oh,
I'll stab your mother to death. You versus Gully TV in a boxing fight. Gully need to get his life together. Gully don't need to fight nobody. I'll fight Gully. I'm with that. I've been called Gully out for a fight. He didn't want to fight. But we can leave that to the side. Just get your life together, my nigga.
I don't remember you ever calling Gully out for a fight, bro. Not a once. I don't remember you ever calling Gully out for a fight, bro. He said Randid Wars. Strange for Thyson to say that though. Vroom vroom. I just now saw that man say vroom vroom. Hold up. Hold up. That nigga said your house stink, your couch stink. Yeah, I think even though Gully was scared to rumble that old head, I think Gully would beat Hassan up. Shit, I am 125 pounds, soaking wet, with Tim's with Tim's on, and I would beat the brakes off of Hassan.
Stop trying to slander me.
That nigga short as shit.
So you waiting for your moms to die, my nigga, so you can own her house? That she probably rented?
And I'm really not 125 pounds. I weigh more than that. I'm just saying. I'm a skinny dude, and I still will fuck him up.
You waiting for your moms to die so you can become the man of the house, you bitch ass nigga? Zip. Because y'all want my attention, so I'll give it to you one more time. Because you need energy. So I'm going to give you the energy. Nigga, your mother was a failure. The bitch was a crackhead. Your father was a...
Wait, wasn't your dad a dope head? Wasn't your dad? Isn't dope worse than crack? Dope is worse than crack, bro. You just call his mom a crackhead, but your dad is a dope head. What, now, where do you go from there? Like, come on, bro.
die in jail, an old rotten dusty ass nigga. Your uncle was a failure, yeah, the one you set through the grenade. He should have blew himself up. Now he died.
And didn't your dad just die a dope head a few months ago?
Dying in jail. Probably got kidney failure. Old dusty ass nigga. Your brother, he came home from jail, running around trying to be an old hooligan just like you. Now he back in jail for a gun charge / robbery. Like, damn, your family is filled with failures. If you get some punani, and Shorty gets pregnant and give birth to your baby gonna be a bastard.
Let's be real, bro. If you didn't attach your name to Bambaataa, no one would know who the fuck you are. Oh, so it's half and half now. We got 30 people in the backup channel and 30 people in the regular channel. If you have not subscribed to that backup channel, definitely subscribe. I am trying to monetize that.
Your son gonna be a failure. Your daughter gonna be a stripper, my nigga. Don't have no kids. It's bad enough when you walk down the block, walk this way, talk this way. You know Queens? She told me to. You know when you walk through Queens, all them young girls moving away from your old ass. Nigga, you got nerve enough to be wearing let's get to that clothing and that shit look like that? Nigga, your clothing and your hats look like your couch and your cat. Burn that bitch. Nigga, your house and your hat look like your couch and your cat.
Yeah, right, Renegade. I don't give a fuck who it is. You talk about my
So you
mama.
mean to tell me
One of us
you come
gotta
home
go.
from jail, you on YouTube and you went to apply for food stamps?
Leah.
Y'all wanted my attention, right?
Now,
Your couch stink, your house stink, your cat stink, your outfit stink, your mama stink. She still smell like crack pipe.
damn.
Stop playing with me, man. Nigga, your mama.
Sorry, bro. You say that shit about my mama. One of us cannot walk this earth anymore. And I ain't trying to shoot you. I want to do it with my bare hands. I'm sorry. I'm not even a violent person anymore. But when it comes to my wife, my kids, and my close relatives that that I love, oh yeah, you gotta go. I'm choking you out with my bare fucking hands. I want to see the life go out your fucking eyes. I want to feel it. There ain't no shooting. I want to get up close and personal. You talk about my mama that way. You got me fucked up. I'm not even a violent person anymore. I'm not gonna lie. In my teens, I was very, very violent. I was always looking for a fight. I broke my fucking knuckles up, always fighting. I still got scars and shit. I shattered my entire elbow punching somebody, and you can still see the bone stick out of my elbow. You can still see the bone sticking out of my elbow. I punched this dude so fucking hard that my wrist, my knuckles, my wrist, and my elbow completely shattered.
Like crack pipe.
And was still whooping his ass. I didn't even know my arm was broke. I didn't even know that. I just blacked out. I didn't even know my shit was broke. The bone still sticks out of my elbow. You can still see it because I took the brace off and didn't let it heal right.
Your brother gonna come home a 60-year-old rapper. My daughter and her mother legally carry guns. So when they go outside, they'll hit you in the head with the head.
It's a goddamn lie. Your daughter is not mentally. I'm not even trying to be disrespectful or talk about his daughter, but the ones I know of that is of age and old enough to carry a gun, they are not passing the mental exam to get a gun license. You know how hard it is to get a gun license in New York, and you think they're going to let somebody autistic get their A gun license? You are out of your motherfucking mind.
Niggas ain't playing. You sent that little girl outside to the wolves and they ate her. They broke her back. Ah!
You said you didn't tell Ben Booty he stank though. Just chilling, you cooking this nigga. You said you didn't tell Ben Booty he stank though. All right, we got one more clip.
And I came between my legs and sent me home to my mama. And I told my story and y'all abused me. And y'all abused my mother.
Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. See the reality of this? He said, hold on, just chilling. You ain't got to cook this nigga like that. He said, you ain't tell Ben Bada he stank. And I'm pretty sure that nigga did. I'm pretty sure that nigga did. Niggas don't want to fight no nowadays though. Niggas put hands up, they ready to go for the hammer. Right. That is true. Niggas is always ready to go for that goddamn hammer. Coward. And speaking of that, notice one thing I have never heard. He always got stories about shooting people, but you never ever hear any fighting stories. Am I tripping, or have you ever heard Hassan Campbell tell a story about fighting? Anybody? Don't worry, I'll wait. How many fighting stories have you ever heard Hassan Campbell tell? He forever shooting somebody, but not one time have you ever heard this nigga get into a fight. Not a once. You know why? Cause he's a sissy. Not one time have you ever heard of this nigga getting into a fight. Not once. He has a whole bunch of stories about how he shot this person and he almost shot that person. But not one time have you heard him say, "Oh yeah, I punched this nigga in his mouth and he got knocked out." Yeah, New York got real strict gun laws.
And I came between my legs and sent me home to my mama. And I told my story and y'all abused me. And y'all abused my mother. My mother died damn near hating me.
5, 4, 3.
Hold on, I remember this video. Hold on. Yeah, I remember this. He blamed the internet for his mother hating him. How was that? How was that the internet's fault? We didn't we didn't come to the internet and say she was trading your booty for groceries. We didn't come to the internet and say that she was abusing you. We didn't come to the internet and say she was chasing everything and wasn't even worried about you getting your booty took, getting baloney slapped on your butt cheeks by Bambada. We never we didn't do that. You did. We didn't put her on the internet on her deathbed with shitty draws. You did that. She begged you not to put her on the internet. You don't take he don't take accountability for nothing. And I pointed this out too. Anybody else notice his mother health rapidly declined the second he started putting her on the internet? His mouth is why she hated him. Right. Right, just chilling. Oh, you came back to the channel with a vengeance. Shout out to Just Chillin'. This nigga came back to the channel with a fucking vengeance. He said he went upstate. rollback head. He did what he was in Rikers. Oh shit! No, what'd you say? My Rolac head. He said he had a roll. He got a Rolac head. He came
3,
back with
2,
vengeance.
1, 0.
You've stole enough. You've robbed enough people, having them to believe in a war that you're not fighting. You know,
This war that I'm not fighting, cost me everything. This war that I'm not fighting, that Africa Bambaataa never came to the forefront, never came out to defend himself, but sent niggas like him to be at the forefront, to antagonize me, to violate me all over social media, to disrespect my kids by calling them retarded, by putting pressure on my mother, a woman that's been in and out of comas for 3 years straight, in and out of the hospital for 3 years, in a coma for a whole year straight, while I'm fighting against Africa Bambaataa. When my mother, every time my mother health would get a little bit better and she got on social media, she had to deal with the scrutiny of being picked apart by these same niggas that never said shit about Africa Bambaataa. How the a nigga goes through the community, every fucking kid, and you niggas don't say nothing about him, but you saying something about.
Wait. See, this is where the confliction is right here. 1 minute you say he raped you. The next minute you say he never penetrated you. So which one is it? Because if he raped you, then that means he got them cheeks. If he raped you, that means he got them cheeks. That means he was slapping baloney on your butt cheeks all night. 1 minute, S Ponches, peace and welcome. If he raped you, that means he said, "How's it so hood? 7, you stupid." And then you just heard what he just said to Queen's Flip, right? You just heard what he said to Queen in the interview. He don't know nothing about what happened to anybody else. He can only talk about his story. But he just said Bambaataa raped every person in the hood. You see what I mean? When he won sympathy, he was raped or graped. My bad, I keep saying it. When he won sympathy, he was great. But when he wanted to seem like a gangster and not gay, Bambaataa never penetrated me. He thied me. Um, Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. To grape someone, you have to penetrate them, right? Thighing you is just sexual assault. If I'm saying that right.
The hospital for 3 years, in a coma for a whole year straight, while I'm fighting against Africa Bambaataa. When my mother, every time my mother health would get a little bit better and she got on social media, she had to deal with the scrutiny of being picked apart by these same niggas that never said shit about Africa Bambaataa.
She was being picked apart because of the shit that you told the world. I think he's even going to say it in here. I think in this video he's even going to say his mom abused him.
A nigga goes through the community, every fucking kid, and you niggas don't say nothing about him, but you saying something about me.
You lying.
My mother died on bad terms with me because she had to go through the hellfire that the community put her through behind me. How dare you tell the world you was
Behind you. Keyword, behind you. Meaning because of what you told the world. She even had to make a Facebook post to defend herself because of the shit you told the world. Look at the ones in the chat. I wish I could highlight this shit. Restream need to stop playing. Nigga, you did that to your mother. Her health declined right after you went to the internet and told everybody. My bad, I had to go get some gank from my sister in law. Get some weed from my sister in law. Because I gotta use the money I got for bus passes.
By the industry. War I didn't fight.
You still fighting the war? Yeah. I'm gonna keep fake crime.
That doesn't exist. The war that's in your head. You want to conquer all of these wars out here, but you can't conquer that inner war that you're fighting. That's the biggest.
Nah, I can't conquer a grown-ass man putting his between my legs. He ain't never me in my ass because he knew he would make me bleed. So he fucking humped me till he came between my legs and sent me home to my mama. And I told my story and y'all abused me. And y'all abused my mother. My mother died damn near hating me because what y'all did to her. The war in my head is just getting started. I promise you I will not move. I will not fold. I will not be scared.
Bro, what the fuck did you expect people to do when you went to the world and told them that she was abusing you and letting Bambada clap them feet? What did you expect? I don't understand it. Like, how did you not expect that? What did you thought people were going to do? Give your mother an award?
I will not back down. I got ripped by a fucking man and the whole community knew that nigga was with all of us and they
See, he keeps it. See, 1 minute. See, when he says he gave that ass up, oh, he never penetrated me. And then when he wants the sympathy, he raped me. It can't be both, bro.
they turned they fucking back. Yeah, the war in my motherfucking head. That knew me over and over again. And that same man I had to go run to run away from my abusive fucking mother. So when he went
This nigga here. This nigga here. See, he said I had to go run to Bambada, get away from my abusive mother. And you did it again. So why the fuck are you bitching about what people said to your mom? When you keep smearing her name on the internet, even after her death?
So anywhere I went, I was being fucking abused. Acting abused, acting abused. Nobody would save me. And then when I cried out to the world, this is what the fuck I had to deal with.
He's a professional.
Nobody in my family came to support me. Nobody. Not even my rich fucking sister. No phone calls. No help. Niggas seen me going outside on suicide missions, pulling guns out on the fucking police.
When did you pull a gun out on the police and live to tell the tale? When have you ever seen any nigga pull a gun out on the police and not walk away shot? Or not end up dead, or at least shot? I have never seen that in America. A nigga pulling a gun out on the police and no shots get fired. Shit.
Drunk. Nobody would help me. Y'all abused the shit out of me. Yeah, the war. My prayers go out to everybody that's been raped. My prayers go out to anybody that's ever been through what the fuck I've been through. All you niggas did was ever y'all made fun of me. My pain was a fucking joke.
That we all have to battle in our lives is that war within ourselves, that lust, that greed, that hate, envy, jealousy. We have to learn to battle with the inner war before we can start.
Envy, hate, jealousy is all you display. Sonetta's puppet. Bambada's bitch. You look like Bam could be your daddy. All you show me is jealousy, envy, and hate. I don't talk about you, nigga. I try to avoid you. Or for the strength of my fucking cousins. Some things I just won't say.
Battling with this physical war, giving people things to follow and to believe in. You stole from Sonetta in the conscious community. You used it.
So what? His Islam versus Christianity? The reason why he don't have a platform no more? Him sitting up there promoting Polite, knowing that Polite ran off with his cousin, left the baby mama allegedly from what this is what destroyed Sonetta. It wasn't just me. It was.
He didn't say. I thought that he said you stole from the conscious community, not just Sinetta. You went through the entire conscious community when you first came out. For a bunch of conscious niggas, they sure did take a long time to figure out he was lying. Did anybody else just now realize that shit? Because he came in through the conscious community. So for a bunch of supposed conscious and intelligent people, it sure took you motherfuckers a long time to realize that this nigga was fucking lying. Wait, what?
It was his ways. Polite ran off with a child. He used to be with the mother and started being with the daughter, according to Sonetta, allegedly. Now he's in court for rape, and Sonetta's still putting him on his platform. This is what destroyed the conscious community. It's just like Layla, Zaza Ali, whatever her fucking name is, running out there scamming the community. Polite scamming the community. You niggas, everything that.
He mad at Zaza because Zaza make you look like a sissy. And he ran from her.
Came from the conscious community was scamming. And now, the birth of the new conscious community, yo ass. And the only claim to fame you got is off of my motherfucking back. If you do not say my name, niggas don't listen to you, bitch ass nigga.
I think I said this the last time I played it, but Kento's been doing fine. And they ain't saying a word about you.
Say my name when no one is around. Yeah, you say my name, bitch.
As pawns to be where you at today. You stole from Africa Bambaataa and tarnished his name when you had the opportunity to go to court and face your abuser, your master. You had that opportunity. You could have opened a wave for kids and women, men today who have really been molested.
I don't think you people understand what I had to go through.
Okay, so hi Coco. I love you and I use you.
Now, I remember this now. I did play this the other day. He uses his daughters. See, this is professional victim shit. I do remember these clips.
You're coming home and and I'm going to see you at the hospital.
And you going to see her at the hospital, or what else you want to tell Coco?
What else I want to tell Coco is I want to.
The fakest shit I've never seen in my life, yo.
Just cook food today because if I see Coco, I'm gonna be like happy because
You got to talk clear so she can understand. So you got to talk clear.
yeah, and Coco yesterday Coco gave me a Minnie and Peppa Pig towels. And then I dried myself off, and then I put
Fast forward this,
play.
let this nigga
For a whole fucking year.
But this is why your mother's mad at you. I will play this part. This nigga put his mother. Remember that video I just mentioned of him putting his mother up on her deathbed, shit bags and all types of IVs and yeah, she was begging for watch. She was begging this nigga not to put that video up. He said
Yeah.
it's personal.
My mother was in and out of the hospital for 3 years straight. For years at a time. Not coming home. 9 months straight. Tubes down her throat. I had to battle with some of the worst shit that you possibly could battle with. And in the process of that, with me fighting this war against Africa Bambaataa, at the same time, I had to go through a mental war with my mother because shit that people put her through over the internet, family members, friends, gossip, people fucking dragging her because of what I went through. So when they're sitting up there talking about how I didn't finish what was started, my family haven't even seen this.
Kids, this is for your kids. Me on YouTube. I ain't never seen that like this in my life. If you put me on YouTube, I'm telling you. Nope, this for your kids. Don't put that on.
You heard what she just said? You heard what his mother just said? Run it back.
I had to battle with some of the worst shit that you possibly could battle with. And in the process of that, with me fighting this war against Africa Bambaataa, at the same time, I had to go through a mental war with my mother because shit that people put her through over the internet, family members, friends, gossip, people fucking dragging her because of what I went
through. They were dragging her because of what you said, not because of what you went through. They were dragging her because of what you said about her. Don't tell me what dragging. It seemed like they were dragging her and blaming her for what happened to you for no reason. Like they just automatically blamed her.
So when they're sitting up there talking about how I didn't finish what was started, my family haven't even seen this.
Kids, this is for your kids. Me on YouTube. I ain't never seen that like this in my life. If you put me on YouTube, I'm telling you. Nope, this for your kids. Don't put that on.
This nigga came in and said, I was listening while I was cooking dinner. I heard Blick talk, and I heard Blick talk. He jumped in the chat. Boy, is there not a minute that goes by where you ain't got guns on your mind? Nigga, Blick happy. I said it before and I say it again. Remind me never to get on man's bad side.
Don't put her in there. I've never seen that like this. You're not supposed to let that. Don't put her out. I'm not. This is private. This for my mother. I've never seen.
Say did my dumb ass just say I said it once and I said it before? I meant to say I said it once and I say it again.
I've never seen that like this in my life. You actually found something curious in that case? Actually, I think it's science. Science by foot. Now you get this for Uncle Valley, but I don't use this. Man, I don't want nobody dropping you. This is how we gotta pick you up. Shoot.
You hear his mother begging not to put the video up. She said, "If you put me on the internet."
You notice I got one in the corner of my house and I never used that thing. No, I ain't noticed that. I know you didn't.
I promised your mom that you wasn't gonna put on her deathbed. You promised her that you wasn't gonna put that video up on the internet. And then turn around and put it up on the internet to try to prove a point for sympathy, to play a victim. We supposed to feel sorry about it, but you obviously don't give a fuck about your mom. You couldn't even keep a promise that you gave her on her deathbed.
Ain't never used it. It's been there for about 2. I ain't gotta play too much of that. This is just visits with me in the hospital with my mother before she died. What I had to go through. My mother was in a hospital bed. She was in a coma, but she could still feel for some reason. She had tubes down her throat. As they was pulling the tubes up, she was choking, throwing up phlegm, choking and throwing up as they was clearing her passageway. I answered my phone, and it was motherfuckers on the phone from Shanetta giving my phone number out. The Shaft cousin, 10 toes down. And you know what they said? Exactly why. You would have thought this was the FBI doing this. While the tubes was coming up my mother's throat, through my ear, somebody was saying, "I hope that fat bitch die." And you motherfuckers is talking about how I didn't finish fighting a war, fighting a battle. The Delts in Bronx River, this is...
Boo fucking who, nigga? Boo fucking who? Like, I don't mean to sound like that about somebody else's mom. You know, God rest her soul because she didn't deserve it. You know, she didn't deserve none of that scrutiny and none of the things that he say she went through. And she damn sure didn't deserve you putting that video up just to play the victim. That's beyond crazy. I don't. That's kind of rubbing me the wrong way. Like that's crazy.
I thought about it. I don't give a fuck if I never see Bronx River again. The community let me get it, and everybody else, they knew what the f this nigga was doing. Way too many celebrities. You done had Lord Jamal.
How you mad at Bronx River? Um, 10 toes ain't from Bronx River. So you said Tackleberry had me weak. Um, what was I saying? 10 toes ain't from Bronx River. So why you lashing out at them again?
Jamal, even Peter Guns, they came out and told y'all, we've been here in Africa, Bambaataa was touching children. The whole Bronx River knew. The center knew. Everybody in the fucking center. The community center where hip-hop parties were started at. Outside of Cedric Ave. It was in Bronx River where hip-hop was started. They knew that that man was sleeping with children. They did not care.
That's fucking wild. That's fucking wild. But yeah, that's where I'm gonna end this at. I gotta get up at 6 in the morning. 5:30, 6 o'clock. I forgot I gotta be in early on some days. Can't
And I came between my legs.
get my black ass to bed. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Appreciate y'all for stopping by and all the people that supported the channel and the bus fund. Appreciate y'all.